What up, this your boy Roy Jones Jr. and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at the Box Park Arena in Wembley. Delighted to be joined by Carl Greaves. Carl, good afternoon, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing well, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much for asking. Looking rather razor sharp today, Carl.
Yeah, looking all right, mate. Trying to enjoy the sunshine now the weather's getting better.
Well, fingers crossed it remains this way. Carl, let's just start off the interview by talking about Anthony Joshua. He released to the public last week that he'll be teaming up with Robert Garcia for the rematch with him and Alexander Usyk. What does Robert Garcia bring different to the table?
He's an experienced trainer, and he's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, trained some excellent fighters over the years, so I think his experience will be key in this fight. We all know that Joshua got his tactics wrong last time. Tried out boxing, a fantastic boxer like Usyk, which didn't work, so he's got to get a good game plan this time. He's got to get back to what he does best, and that's use his power, his strength, and try and bully Usyk. But is he good enough to do that? I don't know. I mean, we all know how good Usyk is. He's an unbelievable boxer, so we'll see.
When obviously you look at how big this rematch is, it'll probably be dubbed as AJ's biggest fight of his career. He has to win. Do you think now is the right time to be making a huge decision, such as changing the trainer from Robert McCracken to Robert Garcia?
I mean, obviously him and Robert go back years. They worked through the whole of the GB setup together, and obviously Robert took him right through to the pros, and obviously until his last fight, which it didn't work out. I mean, a fresh change is sometimes good, you know what I mean, a new change, and we always say at this stage of his career, is it going to work? We don't know, but he feels it's what's needed. And obviously he knows best, is his own person, so if he thinks the change is going to make him win this fight, help him win this fight, then let's see. But we don't know, like you say. I mean, him and Robert go back a long way. They've worked for years and years together, but there was obviously something not wrong, and they got the plan wrong the last fight, so hopefully they can get it right.
We all know Anthony Joshua's game plan was totally different to the one that we've seen in the past. Now, we've seen AJ a few times try to set up to be more technical. Technically, as a boxer, what would you rate AJ?
You know what? When he boxed Ruiz the second time, the plan was fantastic. The game plan worked brilliant because, I mean, the first time he boxed Ruiz, he got it all wrong again. So, you know what I mean? He's obviously looked at what he did wrong in the first Ruiz fight and put it right. Let's see if he's looked at what he's done wrong in this Usyk fight and see if he can put it right second time. But in my opinion, Joshua's better using his power and his strength and trying bullying opponents. But I think because he's been down once or twice in his career, he's tried adapting and changing his style. A lot more cautious now than he used to be. Before, he never used to worry about getting it. He used to go in there, use his strength and his power, and obviously it didn't work out sometimes because he was on his arse a few times. So we'll see. I mean, but I think in this fight he needs to rough Usyk up and use his power and his strength and try and bully him. But whether he's good enough to do that against someone as good as Usyk, I don't know.
You're a trainer. You've got a very good. You've got a good understanding with your fighters. You know, you've got a very good repertoire of fighters. I know for a fact a person like yourself would love the opportunity to work with somebody like Anthony Joshua. What would you do differently with Anthony Joshua going into this rematch if he was with you?
Like you say, I mean, do what he does best, and that's use his power and his strength, and try and, I mean, not literally sit on top of Usyk and bully him, but use his brute force and push him back and try and work behind the jab and get that right hand off, and then start wearing him down. That's what he's got to do. But we all know how good Usyk is. I mean, it's an unbelievable talent, unbelievable boxer, and coming up the way he has through the weights, obviously cruiserweight he was undisputed, and then he's gone on to obviously take it through to the heavyweight division. I mean, he's not a massive heavyweight, but what he did last time against Joshua worked perfect. But I think it's all about how Joshua gets the game plan for this fight and how he attempts to beat Usyk. I mean, it's all eyes are on Joshua, really.
When you look back at that first fight, a lot of people put it down to AJ's game plan wasn't the right one, or he just had an off night. But sometimes, my personal opinion, I feel as if we sort of take the credit away from Alexander Usyk, a great fighter with good movement, good footwork. Tony Bellew said his footwork is the best he's ever seen. That style, do you think it could be made for Tyson Fury?
What, Usyk style?
Yeah. Because they're both kind of similar fighters.
They are similar. I don't think that would be a great fight. I mean, we all want to see Tyson Fury and Joshua. I mean, if Joshua wins this, I mean, let's get Tyson Fury back and let's get him fighting Joshua. It'll be one of the biggest fights ever, especially in Britain. So we want to see that. But I think it's all, you're only as good as your opponent lets you be. And on that night, Usyk was just too good, too clever for Joshua. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the fight we all want to see is Joshua and Tyson Fury. So we're rooting for Joshua to win this one.
We've had divisions panning out. You've got Daniel Dubois over in America right now, challenging for the WBA regular title against. You've got Daniel Dubois in America right now. You've got Derek Chisora fighting Kubrat Pulev. We're hoping to get an announcement for Joyce and Joe Parker at the end of the year. The three heavyweights right now: Fury, Joshua, Usyk. Who do you think is next in line in that division to sort of become the new face of the division?
Yeah, I mean, Joyce is underrated. I mean, he don't look fantastic when you watch him, but he's very effective and good at what he does. He's strong, he's powerful, a bit cumbersome at times, but I think Dubois, because he's still young and fresh, I mean, I know he got beat well by Joyce, but I mean, he's changed training, he's gone with McGuigan, he's got power, he's up and coming, and he's fresh, like you say, so he could be the dark horse and come through and end up being heavyweight champion of the world, in my opinion. And if he wins his WBA title, I mean, it's not a major world title compared to the others, but it'd be great to see him up there challenging Joshua and Tyson Fury and that. But he's definitely up and coming. But we need to see what route Joyce is going to take, because his career's stalled a little bit since the Dubois win. We need to see him back. I mean, I don't know what his plans are, but I know he's in number one for the WBO. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, we need to see Joyce up there. So it's all interesting stuff, really.
Okay, well, Carl, listen, a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to catching up with you soon.
Good top man, you're welcome, mate.